Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Avengers wave, the Void Build-A-Figure. And here we have the second figure in the wave. We have Crystar. Crystar is an interesting one because, yes, he is a Marvel character, but it's not like... I don't know, I guess I'm a little confused by it. It's not like necessarily your standard Marvel character, like in the Marvel comics, in the realm of the Marvel Earth 616, although he is. Initially, it sounds like he was set in an alternate universe, separate from the main Marvel universe. But, you know, at some point, I'm sure he crossed over, whether it was Secret Wars or something. They had a toy line of this guy that actually came out before the comics came out. And from what I was reading, that the sole purpose of why he was, you know, this character in the comic was created was to sell the toys, to sell to a toy company. And I don't know kind of where that story went or how that kind of came about. So it's a very obscure character, and an interesting one. So will Marvel do more of these obscure characters? I think if Crystar does well, it's something that we can see. So going to be pretty interesting. I got my set from Big Bad Toy Store. Amazon has started to ship out, so they're kind of hitting. Remember, this will not be in store. This whole wave will not be in retail stores, like big box retail stores. You know, local comic shops, specialty shops. I'm sure GameStop, yes, they will be able to have these. But you're primarily going to find them online and through Amazon. So links in the video description below. We just get a plain Marvel logo there in the front. We get this artwork of Crystar. There he is, a crystal blue. The figure itself was done in a translucent blue to kind of represent the crystal look to it. Looking at the package, back of the package, we get that artwork there. We have all the figures in the wave to look at. I'm just going down the line just as you see them pictured. So Power Princess was first, Crystar next, and then after this will be Justice, and then we get to the Void Build-A-Figure. The bio for Crystar reads, Crystar, Prince of Crystalium, leads an elite team of crystal warriors against the threat of chaos. Maybe we'll see some other characters that relate to Crystar. Who knows? Probably just going to be the one, but time will tell and we shall see. But let's get him out of the package and take a look. Okay, just to give you guys an idea of how large these tentacles, tendrils, these spikes, scorpion spikes, whatever the hell the Void kind of has going on, these things are packed in the package. Like, they're huge. It takes up the whole... like the whole space. I didn't realize there was two. I thought it only had come with one because I wasn't paying close attention of what was in the package. But yeah, that's a whole lot going on there. Okay, so here is Crystar out of the package, and this one is going to be a fun one. It's going to be pretty good. There is something that is pretty frustrating, and that's that he has no boot swivel, which is weird because the boot and the lower leg parts are separate pieces. So why would he not have the boot swivel? Who knows? I guess it's like a Luke Cage situation all over again where they did it, but then they just don't allow for swivel for some reason. So that sucks. But other than that, it's pretty good. Looking at these things are pretty nuts. They're fairly heavy. We'll see how it kind of makes the figure, you know, back heavy because it's going to port into the back. And, you know, if it'll need to lean back. But we'll kind of see how it is. We get this nice shading of black in there, which is pretty good. We got this like translucent purplish, pinkish, burgundy like color in there. And that's pretty good. But yeah, the sculpted details are pretty crazy. You know, it has like a very, you know, this reminds me of like a scorpion tail kind of thing. And we get these little pieces that kind of stick out from it and stuff. And then we get two of them. I don't remember exactly which pieces these are, but I'm sure they're going to key in a certain way and will only go into a certain spot on the figure. So it's pretty crazy how big these are. And there's two of them, and that's only like half of them. So we're going to stick those pieces off to the side, and we're going to take a better look at Crystar. His accessories, he comes with a shield, he comes with a sword, and he comes with an extra set of hands. So he has grip hands, and he has a single fist for his right hand, and then he has this open hand for his left. These have standard hinges. The two grip hands have vertical hinges, so he can wield the sword. The shield, thank God, does not have a clip. It just has a handle, so you can just grip it on there, like so with the grip hand. And then I kind of did it with this hand, but it doesn't hold real well, but you can kind of put his hand in there, and he can kind of go like that, but it's just going to end up falling off. So you want to be careful with that. His sword, translucent blue color, just like the figure is there. It's a little bit more of a pliable plastic. It's not brittle anyway, which is good. Sculpted detail of it looks pretty good there. Looking at the shield, same thing there. It's just clear blue plastic. Not a whole lot else going on with it. And then we have Crystar the figure, and let's get in for a closer look at him. Okay, so here we have a closer look at Crystar. It's hard to kind of see the details of the sculpt when it's all just done in translucent plastic. He's got white for his eyes, and it looks like they may have put a little blue color into his lips, or just the sculpt of it and how light reflects. You can kind of see it. I'm not really sure. These red pieces are all kind of glued on pieces there. They're fairly pliable. Not a whole lot going on. He's got red gloves, red tights, and then he's got these red boots in there. Like so. He is pinless, so pinless knees, pinless elbows. The elbows and the knees are not as translucent as the material would, I think, would be a different type of plastic, because they would need to be a little bit sturdier. So that's why they look different, but again, they are pinless. The whole sculpt has kind of these crystal like flat edges everywhere. Naturally, of course, because he's kind of like a crystal, so it's not all like smooth lines like a normal human body would be. It's like these flat edges everywhere, and it looks pretty good. You can see how the light really reflects off of it everywhere and stuff, which is pretty cool. So looks pretty good. Along the legs, same thing. You get all those flat surfaces there. You see all the inner workings of how an action figure kind of pieces together, which is cool. Yeah, so we have that there. I'm going to do this now while we have a close-up look. He can swivel, but I feel like that diamond crystal part, you can't really swivel all the way, and I don't like forcing it too much because it kind of pushes that out. Not the biggest fan of that, so be careful there. So now let's see how he moves. Okay, Crystar's articulation. He is on a disc hinge, so he can look up that much. He can look down all the way, which is good. You can do a full rotation in that head there. You're not really going to get any pivot going on there since it's on the hinge and not the dumbbell joint. The shoulder, you can force the shoulder a little bit. I'm having a little bit, there we go. Because of the flat edges, I think it kind of catches a little bit, so it probably will kind of gnaw away at the plastic a little bit there, so please keep that in mind. But you can get the arm to go straight on out. Ooh, I think it's like stuck. I can't I can't get the arm down now. I don't like that at all. So I can get this one. This one had gotten stuck and I got it, but look, that one moves nicely. This one, there we go. It's just a little stiff in there. Full rotation there. You got upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there. The glove really hits the bicep there, unfortunately. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Again, the two grip hands do have the vertical hinge so he can wield the sword. The fist and the open hand both have standard horizontal hinges. He has an ab crunch in there, but crunching forward is going to be a little bit of a problem. I didn't realize this earlier, so let me zoom in so you guys can see this. But crunching forward, if you look at that diamond that's there at his waist, that is really going to get in the way. So that kind of hinders it, his forward crunch a little bit. So that's all I'm getting on that forward crunch. That's not a whole lot. That's pretty unfortunate. Back is quite a bit, but yeah, that forward motion, that's not a whole lot there. You get the waist swivel, and again, you don't get a full rotation because of that diamond shape in there, so it's only going to go that much. The legs, you can do full splits, though. That's pretty good. Can kick forward that high, which is good. The leg doesn't really go back. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee, like so. And again, there is no boot swivel. Like, why is there no boot swivel? It makes no sense to me because that lower leg and the boot are two separate pieces. Why not make it to where it can swivel? That sucks. I mean, you got the thigh swivel, sure, but boot swivel is always a nice addition. Foot hinges down. You get some hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So he looks cool, and it's nice to get such an obscure character, but he's got some limitations in the articulation. But other than that, I mean, pretty solid for sure. Posing this guy around is a whole lot of fun, getting him holding the shield and everything, and then with the sword, those hinges, the vertical hinges come a long way. I really like that he has the grip handle for the shield instead of a C-clip. Makes it a whole lot more sturdy, and I'm not scared that I'm going to be breaking that shield or anything like that. But Crystar is definitely a fun one that I think a lot of people will enjoy having in their collection, whether it's to pose around, leave on the shelf, or to do some figure photography and things like that. I think it's going to definitely be a fun one for you guys. Okay, so here is the Power Princess next to the Crystar figure. So the two figures so far from the wave that I've reviewed, you can see Power Princess is extremely tall. She's a big woman, right? So she just kind of towers over, I think, most of the figures. It's going to kind of be that way. But Crystar is a fun one for sure. The blue translucent plastic, before with Hasbro, they would tend to be really gummy. I don't feel that on this. Yes, I think the plastic on the arms and the legs are a little bit softer. I don't think they're super gummy or anything like that. Like, these are pretty soft, but not gummy. It kind of has that same feeling, and it's kind of cool to kind of see how they have it and see the inner workings. But I like what they did there. The sculpt work of the figure is pretty awesome. You guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of the Crystar figure? Is it one that you're going to be picking up? Is it one that you're going to be passing? Remember, this wave is not going to be in stores. Not going to be in big box retail stores. Specialty stores such as GameStop, yeah, they might get some. Comic shops, if you get Marvel Legends from there, chances are they'll have them, but no Target, no Walmart. Remember that. So online, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, Toy Snowman, all those websites, everything, that's where you'll be able to get these. So just a heads up on that. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.